Read the note. Read the second point of note. If the amount of 2 or more reactant is given, then we determine. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do what is to determine the limiting reagent. Got it?
Yes.
That's your mistake. Can you see that? First mistake is that you have taken everything in gram. So that is wrong, but that can be forgiven, because if you change that gram to kg, your answer will be correct. But the next mistake that you did was you have calculated the amount of product through N2. Yes or no? With respect to N2, nitrogen, correct?
Yes.
Right? But we always determine the amount of product formed with respect to limiting reagent. That is why what I say is that you have to first of all write the need statement. The need statement will give you the limiting reagent. And after that, what you are going to do, you are going to write the form statement. The form statement is going to give you the amount of product. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, see, I teach these things because generally three steps. Okay, I'm ignoring the part where you have to calculate the number of moles and so on, those things. But generally it has three things. First thing is that you have to do the need statement. This will give me limiting reagent. Then according to limiting reagent, you will write the form statement. Okay. Now this method here, it may be long, but it is error proof. Okay. So I can see that you have written those proportions and then you have just found the X. But what I want you to do is you first of all start with a long one. Start with a long method. Then on your own, you can come up with a shorter method. That will be a better way. Okay. So I'm not going to teach you a shorter method. You will come up with your own shorter method, because let's face it, not everyone will have same capacity of solving problems, and not everyone have the same patterns and same procedures for solving problems. So I will give you a error proof, the shortest error proof method. Okay. And that is also very easy to remember, I hope. Yes, Fatima? Need statement, limiting reagent, form statement. Right?
Yes.
Right. So please focus on that and try to write the answers in that way. Similarly, for the fourth question, as you were saying, what volume of oxygen at STP is required to affect complete combustion of 200 centimeter cube of acetylene, and what would be the volume of carbon dioxide? So first of all, what is acetylene, Fatima? Acetylene?
Sir, I have no idea.
You have no idea? Do you have Google?
Yes, sir.
Use that. It was a homework, na test to nahi tha. Use that. What is search acetylene? And tell me. Assalamu alaikum, Fahad. How are you?
Walaikum assalam.
Okay. Did you do the assignment, Fahad?
So let me check this.
Fatima, I'm waiting. Is your Google slow? No. Tell me, what is acetylene? What is the formula?
C2H2.
C2H. So that means it is CH double bond C, triple bond CH. Okay. But we only need the formula. So we have C2H2. Correct? Now what we are going to do? Now, you did not need my help till here, right, Fatima?
Sir, I couldn't solve that.
Sorry. After that, you can solve?
No, sir.
No, you can't solve. Okay, fine. Now you tell me what we are going to do. We are going to combust it. Correct, Fatima?
Yes.
That means reaction. Please keep your mic on. That means reaction with what? In combustion,
O2.
O2. Now you tell me, carbon will give me what? If I react this with O2, it will give me
CO2.
CO2. And hydrogen will give me
H2O.
H2O. Very good. You did not need my help till here. I'm just asking questions, nothing else. Okay. Next is, you have to balance it. Can you balance this?
There's 2H2O.
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 Okay. 2H2O and
2CO2.
2CO2. Is it balanced?
I think.
You think so? Count the number of hydrogens here in the reactant side. How many hydrogens are there?
2.
2. Okay. And then count the number of hydrogens here in the product side. How many hydrogens?
4.
So remove that. You just need to balance the carbon dioxide. Okay. You just need to balance the carbon dioxide, nothing else. Also, one more thing. In this question, tell me the amount of how many reactant is given. Amount of how many reactant is given.
There's 200 centimeter of acid line.
So it means this has been given. We have 200 centimeter cube is equal to what? How many liters? Tell me. 1 centimeter cube is equal to. Do you know the conversion?
No.
1 cent. So again, so these things you can Google, right? These things you can Google and then just note it down somewhere in your notebook, whatever you don't know like this. So 1 centimeter cube is equal to ml. 1 ml. So this is equal to 200 ml. And they're asking the X amount of O2 that is required to combust this completely, So I think we need to balance it actually. So we have C2 and H2, and we have here how many? We have here 4 oxygens, and here we have 5 oxygen atoms. So 5 now, 4 and 5. So I can write this as 5 by 2. Okay, so 5 by 2 once I have written, I can then multiply this 2 here, 2 C2H2. Plus 5 O2 is going to give me 4 CO2 plus 2 H2O. Is this balanced? Tell me now. Yes, Fahad, is this balanced?
So I'm checking.
Check it.
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Balanced, right? Now, this is 200 ml. So first of all, you will convert this to number of moles. Can you convert this to number of moles, Fatima?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can convert this. So you will get here number of moles. After that, what you are going to write? You are going to write the need statements. You only need the need statement because they are asking how much O2 is required, right? What volume of, okay, wait a second. What volume of oxygen? Okay, fine. They are asking 5 O2. How much oxygen will be required? That, and also the amount of carbon dioxide formed. Once you get the number of moles, it is done, right, Fatima?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now you see 1 centimeter to 1 centimeter cube to 1 ml. This could be done by Google or textbook. Okay, then you know that you have to write this equation. So you already knew this equation. This acetylene is equal to C2H2. This also you can find from Google. Okay, next thing, this is the balanced chemical reaction. You can already do the balancing of chemical reaction. Then from 200 ml to number of moles, you can already do this. Right? Do I need to go more? That is fine. Now you will try now, Fatima. From here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
From here you can try. Okay, fine. If still you don't get, then let me know. Okay, then I will ask you more questions. Okay, fine. Now we have Iram, you were saying about the 5th question, right? Yes, Iram?
Yes.
Okay. So let us look at the 5th question. So we have been given calculate the volume of 1 molar aqueous solution of NaOH. NaOH is 1 molar. That is neutralized by, so we have to find 1 molar, the volume, find volume. Volume is not given. You have to calculate this. Neutralized by 200 ml of, we have HCl. HCl is how much? 2 molar. And the volume is how much? 200 ml. Okay. So you calculate the number of moles. Did you calculate the number of moles, Iram? Iram?
No.
No. Calculate what is the formula for number of moles. Tell me. For reactions in liquid form in aqueous solutions. Just look at the previous class. We have done this. When you have been given the molarity and the volume, how do we calculate?
Number of moles of solute is equals to molarity into volume.
Very good. What is the molarity?
2.
For HCl. Very good. 2. And what is the volume? Convert this to liters. Okay. Because molarity has moles per liter. Convert this to liter. It will be 200 to 10 to the power minus 3 liters, which will be equal to how much? 0.2, right? Yeah, 0.2 liters. So it is equal to how many moles? 0.4 moles.
Yeah.
Correct. Now
Yeah.
you write the reaction. NaOH plus HCl gives me NaCl plus H2O. Now here you are going to tell me, you'll write the need statement, right? We will write the need statement first of all, because we need to find the amount of NaOH. So we'll write the need statement according to the amount of whatever reactant we have. So the amount of HCl we have, so we'll write according to the reaction, 1 HCl or 1 mole of HCl needs how many moles of NaOH? Tell me.
1 mole.
Very good, 1 mole. Then you will write therefore 0.4 mole of HCl of NaOH needs dash mole of NaOH.
0.4.
Very good. 0.4 moles, right? So now here we have the molarity. We need to find the volume, and now so we will write 0.4 mole of NaOH. Just a second, okay? My mom is calling. Actually, she's out. Okay, so 0.4 mole of NaOH is needed to neutralize HCl. Got it? Yes or no? So now what we are going to do, we are going to find, see, molarity is equal to number of moles upon volume. So we have volume is equal to number of moles upon molarity. Number of moles is equal to 0.4. सही जा रहे हैं ना? ठीक है. Divide by the molarity of NaOH is 1 molar. Divided by 1. So this will be equal to how much? 0.4 liters, which is equal to 400 ml. आसान था, इरम? Yes, Iram?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, see, you will focus on number of moles, because जो भी खेल है आपका ना, need statement, form statement, everything depends on the number of moles. So you try to always get the number of moles. Everything will be clear then. Also, Iram, do you remember that you are going to have a test today?
Yes.
Only for Iram. Huh, Iram?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I hope you have prepared, okay? So now stoichiometric calculation, we have seen each and everything starting from the simple when you have given, you have the number of moles. हाँ इरम, you want to say something?
यस सर,
हाँ बताइए.
तो लास्ट ट्यूसडे टेस्ट हुआ था ना, आपने मुझे सॉल्यूशंस भेजे थे उसके,
हाँ हाँ,
उसमें
आपके ज्यादा
जो
मार्क्स आ रहे.
नहीं
बताइए.
नहीं, जो फर्स्ट वाला है ना, उसका थर्ड वाला ऑप्शन, वो मुझे पूछना था कि कैसे आपने लिखा आंसर.
अच्छा एक सेकंड. इरम, and I have sent you solution. उसका सेकंड वाला या थर्ड वाला?
थर्ड वाला.
थर्ड वाला.
हाँ, क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 का थर्ड सब क्वेश्चन.
ओके ओके फाइन. 18 ग्राम ऑफ ग्लूकोज का.
वो 24 कहाँ से आया?
ठीक है, आप ये बताइए व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन.
कैलकुलेट द
कैलकुलेट
नंबर
नंबर
in
ऑफ, वेट
glucose
वेट 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 वेट, नंबर ऑफ
atoms.
एटम्स, ये याद रखिएगा, ये कैलकुलेट करना है. इन 18 ग्राम of glucose. What is glucose? C6H12O6. Now you tell me. So this 18 grams should be coming as how many moles? Tell me. Number of moles is equal to
0.1,
very
18
good.
gram upon 180.
Yeah, 0.1 mole. That means the number of molecules that we have. Please see, number of molecules, not atoms. Right? You understand the difference between molecules and atoms? Iram?
Yeah.
How many atoms are there in one molecule of H2O?
6.022.
अरे नहीं. Molecule, not mole. Tell me, how many atoms are there in one molecule of H2O?
18.
No. How many atoms are there in one molecule of H2O? Once again, forget about your 11th standard. Think if I asked you this question in molecule. You have heard molecule in 10th standard also, right, Iram? No.
No.
No. Okay, fine. चलिए ठीक है. See, molecule is a combination of or combined form of atoms. Okay, so one molecule of H2O, that means we have oxygen and then 2 hydrogens. So how many atoms are there? Tell me.
3.
कितने atom? 3. समझ में आई बात? Okay. So now you know what is one molecule. Okay. Now here, so this is equal to how much? Number of the glucose is one molecule, right? Number of glucose molecule is equal to 0.1 into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. 0.1, I can write 0.1 as 1 by 10, and this will be equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 22. Now you tell me, number of atoms in one molecule of glucose कितना होगा ये? In this one molecule, how many atoms do I have?
3.
फिर से देखिए, नहीं, यहाँ पे कितना था? वाटर में कितना था?
3 था.
हाँ, कैसे 3 था? How many hydrogens?
2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen.
ठीक है, यहाँ पे बताइए कितना होगा, काउंट कीजिए सबको ना. How many carbons, how many hydrogen, how many oxygen?
6 carbon.
हाँ, plus 12 hydrogen.
Plus
कितना हो
6
गया? हाँ, कितना हो गया? 24. So that many is present in one molecule. So total atoms is equal to the number of molecules, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power 22. These many molecules are there, and each of these molecules will have 24 atoms. आया समझ इरम?
Yeah.
ठीक है, चलिए. Any doubt और कुछ?
No.
None? Okay. Also, Iram, see, if you have these kind of doubts, na, then you don't need to wait for class. Okay, you just message me, sir, आप free हैं क्या कभी? कुछ doubts थे. Then I will schedule a meeting उसी दिन. 15-20 मिनट का ही ये था काम, है ना? Okay, Iram.
Okay.
This is for everyone, by the way. Fahad ho, Fatima ho, Abdullah ho, anyone. Okay, fine. Now, we'll move to next topic, that is empirical formula and molecular formula. Is right, empirical. And molecular formula. Now, write two statements. The formula which gives the simplest whole number ratio of various elements in a molecule is called molecular formula. Okay, right, next point. The formula which gives the actual number of each element oh wait a second, sorry, ये पहले वाले में आप empirical formula please लिख दीजिए, काट के. The simplest whole number ratio is empirical formula, and the actual number of each element of a molecule is called molecular formula. Okay, so for example, you have just seen C6H12O6. So this is the molecular formula because it is giving me exact number. But if I want to write its empirical formula, it will be equal to, so I will divide all of these by 2. So I will get C3. I can divide all of these by 6 actually, right? So I will get C, H2 and O. Okay, so this is an empirical formula. It is not any molecule. Okay, so CH2O is just an empirical formula. If I multiply with a factor here, so please write molecular formula is equal to, so there will be a constant, some factor multiplied by empirical formula, and you will be getting the molecular formula. For example, here, what is the n? Tell me, guys. N is equal to how much? How much should I multiply to this empirical formula in order to get C6H12O6? 6, right? There is one C, so you will multiply 6 here. You will get C6. 6 into 2, 12, and O6, you will get 6 again. Okay, so here it is 6. Okay, for example, if you have, let us say, molecular formula of acetylene is C2H2. Its empirical formula will be CH. The N will be equal to how much? 2. Yes or no? इरम समझ में आ रहा है आपको?
Yes.
Okay, what about others? Fatima, Abdullah and Fahad. फहद को तो आ रहा होगा, फहद तो PhD कर रहे हैं. फहद आ रहा है?
Yes.
अच्छा, दूसरी बात, हाँ, आपने वो सारे क्वेश्चंस ट्राई किए, और दूसरा आपने एक और सवाल भेजा था हमको, वो आपने ट्राई किया, वोल्टेज वाला?
ये सब हो गया था।
हो गया दोनों? Just a second. Okay. फहद से सीखे, फहद थोड़ा सा भी होता है, फहद को हमने बोला भी, आप लोग को भी हमने बोला हुआ है that you can send me questions at any time. Okay. And फहद, what is my review? हम रिप्लाई कर देते हैं, नहीं करते हैं?
Yes.
कर देते हैं. Okay. Okay. चलिए. So we will start with questions directly. Okay, we'll start with questions directly. Let us say that we have done some kind of analysis and we have found that, please write a question. And we found that a compound contains (69.9%) of iron. 69.9% of iron and 30.1% of oxygen. Find the empirical formula. Find the empirical formula of the compound. Okay. Find the empirical formula of the compound. Now, read this question and just think about how we can get the empirical formula from here. So we have two things. We have Fe and we have oxygen. And we have been given its mass percentage. We have been given this as Fe is 69.9% and oxygen is 30.1%. Right? Oxygen is 30.1%. So we can say that in 100 gram, if I have the compound, if I take the 100 gram of that compound, so I can say in 100 gram, I will have 69.9 grams of Fe and 30.1 grams of oxygen. Yes or no? Please tell me. Iram, Fahad, Fatima, Abdullah. Any doubt till here?
No.
No, I have not done any calculation. Okay, I hope everything is making sense. I'm just trying to get the empirical formula. Okay, I'm just trying to get the empirical formula. So I have the percentage that has been given. I've written that, and then I've just converted that in 100 grams just to feel comfortable with those grams, because in percentage we can't work. We can work in grams, right? We can work in grams. Okay. Now, what is more heavier, Fe or oxygen? Which is heavier? Fe is heavier, right? And oxygen is?
Light.
Oxygen is lighter than Fe. Okay. And when I have to write the empirical formula, does empirical formula tell me anything about the mass or just the number of atoms? Tell me. Does it tell me about, does it have any definition? In the definition, does it have the word mass, or it just tell me about the number of atoms? Tell me. It tells me about number of atoms. It has mass?
Yes.
It has mass. Empirical formula. Where is the mass in empirical formula? Formula which gives the simplest whole number ratio of various elements in a molecule. Where is the mass? Simplest whole number ratio of various elements, right? There is no mass, na, Fatima?
No.
No, right? Why did you say mass then? Right? Yes, Fatima, tell me. Where did you see the mass?
Sir, the mass of the combining.
No, I did not get it. Can you please speak once again?
Sir, it gives like the combining capacity like of iron and oxygen. The mass of
Combining
electron.
capacity.
No, sir. It gives the
Okay,
mass
fine. Okay, fine. Okay. So what can we do, Iram? Tell me now. Fe is heavier. So right now you can say that 69.9%, if I say 69.9% of mass of Fe and 30% of oxygen, that means evidently it seems like we will have around 7 atoms of Fe and 3 atoms of oxygen. Yes or no, Iram? Right now? It seems like that we will have 7 Fe atoms, somewhere around 70 and 30, you know? Yes, Iram, tell me. Does it look like that? Fe, there will be 70% is Fe. So 70% of atoms will be of Fe. And for oxygen, we'll have 30% of atoms. Does it seems like that? Yes or no? Tell me. No. Yes, no, कुछ नहीं बोल रही इरम. इरम आप हैं यहाँ पे या नहीं है?
Yes, sir.
You are here. Okay. Now think of a thing that we can do to this grams in order to standardize, and we have to convert it to number of atoms. Then what we are going to do? Tell me. I have grams and I have to convert it to number of atoms. What should we do? फहद आप नहीं बताइएगा. आपने ये चैप्टर किया हुआ है अभी. So Iram, tell me, what do we have? We have the mass, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what do we need? Number of atoms, na? In empirical formula, what do we need? The number of ratio of various elements. So we need the number of atoms of various elements. Tell me. What do we have, Iram?
We have the mass,
The mass. And what do we need?
atom,
Number of atoms, right? Not atoms. What do we need?
number of atoms.
So what is the link between the mass and number of atoms? Tell me. Fahad ke alawa, anyone can tell me what is the relation between, what is the link between the mass and number of atoms? Think, please think. Fahad, if you know the answer, you can send me on chat. Okay. Others, you can speak. Fatima? Fatima, what do we have? Yes, Fatima, tell me. What do we have? No, I can't hear you.
आप फिर से बोलो ना एक बार.
हम क्या करें, इरम? Sorry.
आप फिर से एक बार बोलेंगे?
हाँ, आपसे हम पूछ रहे हैं. What do we have?
We have mass.
And what do we need?
Number of atoms.
So what is the link between them? What is that thing from where we can go to ma? Ah, very good. Clicked yes or no? Please tell me, everyone. Yes, Fatima. अच्छा, Aisha आई हैं. Aisha, how are you? Hello, Aisha. Can't hear you. Like students come, कोई सलाम, कोई कलाम, कुछ नहीं, आके बस बैठ जाते चुपचाप. सर, बस हमें पढ़ाइए आप केमिस्ट्री. बाकी दुनियादारी तो हमें जाए. Yes, Aisha. How are you?
Sir, I'm good. How are you?
I am also good. But you are not good. You are late. Why were you absent in the last class?
Sir, I was not well.
Okay. You are well now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you go through the last lecture?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in that?
No.
Okay. Fine. So now please tell me, guys. Abdullah, please say some things. Abdullah, you are here.
Yes, sir.
आ रहा है क्या सब आपको? कुछ ज्यादा ही आ रहा है क्या, अब्दुल्ला? ओके. हाँ, सी अब्दुल्ला कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हैं. क्या हो गया? Abdullah, nothing.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do we have? What do we have, Abdullah?
We have mass, sir.
We have mass. What do we need?
Number of moles.
नहीं, we need, अरे number of moles कहाँ पे है? In empirical formula, is there any number of moles? No. We need the number of atoms. What do we need?
Number of atoms.
What is the link between them?
Yes, sir.
What is the link between mass and number of atoms? What is the, see, आप सुन ही नहीं रहे थे सर. चलिए, जिन लोगों ने सुना उनको बधाई हो, जिन लोगों ने नहीं सुना, they can see here. So next thing that we are going to calculate is the number of moles. So we need to divide this by 69.9. You can approximate this, okay? So you can do violent approximations here. 69.9, you will approximate this to 70 divided by the molar mass of Fe is equal to, you can take this as 56, right? Fahad, 56 na? Fahad ko yaad hai, nahi yaad? 56. Okay. And you can take oxygen as 30 divided by what? Divided by 16. Okay. So you will get the number of moles as, if you will see, 70 upon 56, you will get this as 1.24. And then you will get this as 1.88. I think so. Let me calculate. This is 1.25. So 24 सही था, 69.9 है तो 30.1, 30 divided by 16 is equal to 1.875. Okay, so we have this number of moles. We'll have this number of moles. Now, in order to, now we have, what do we need? We need the ratio, right? So one should be the small, whatever is smallest from here now, you will divide that to each number. So the empirical ratio will be 1.25 divided by 1.25 and 1.87 divided by 1.25. So you'll get this as 1 and you will get this as, I think, 1.5. Okay. Now this is not simplest whole number ratio, so you will convert this to whole number ratio. So whole number ratio will be, you will multiply this by 2 and you will multiply this by 2. So you will get 2 and you will get 3. So empirical formula is equal to, how much is Fe? Fe is 2 and oxygen is 3. All of you got this? Yes or no? Please tell me. Aisha, Iram, Fahad, Fatima and Abdullah.
Yes.
Yes. Iram आया आपको? Yes or no, Iram?
Yes, I.
ठीक है. So number of moles तक तो आप लोगों ने खुद बताया. उसके बाद हम एक बार और फिर से, I'm just telling you guys, we need the ratio here, right? We need the ratio. So in ratio, what do? We divide each number by the smallest number. So we have 1.25 and 1.87. You will identify the smallest here. So the smallest here is 1.25. You will divide 1.25 by 1.25. So you will get 1 and 1.87 divided by 1.25. You will get 1.5. Then you will convert this to whole number. So in order to convert this to whole number, I need to multiply. You have to see what is not whole number. 1.5 is not whole number. So what do we need to multiply to get the whole number? 3. Sorry, you need to multiply 2 in order to get 3. So you'll multiply 2 here, and since this is a ratio, you will multiply 2 in the Fe also, and you will get 2 and 3. So Fe is 2 and oxygen is 3. Okay, so we'll do one more question. अभी one more क्या? अभी तो बहुत सारे सवाल करने हैं. Done guys? Yes, no, please tell me. प्लीज इसको जल्दी लिखिए. Raise your hand when you're done guys. बहुत टाइम लगा रहे हैं आप लोग.
Sir, can you explain the last step? How do we get the whole ratio?
How did we get the whole ratio? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So till here we have the empirical ratio. Okay.
Yes.
Now, can you read what is empirical formula? Please read the statement. What is empirical formula, Fatima?
The formula which gives the simplest whole number ratio of various elements in a molecule is
Correct.
called.
Okay, correct. So whatever empirical ratio we have right now, is it in whole numbers? Yes or no?
No.
No. What is not in whole number? 1 or 1.5? 1.5. So how can we convert 1.5 to a whole number?
Not that specific.
Multiply by 2. So if since 1 and 1.5, these are ratio, that means we have something like this, 1 upon 1.5. We are multiplying 2 here. Then I need to multiply 2 here also. Correct?
Yes.
Right. So this will be equal to 2 upon 3. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, next question. The elemental composition of a compound is 54.2% of carbon, 9.2% of hydrogen, and 36.6% of oxygen. So we have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay, atoms, not molecules. We have only carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Determine the empirical formula by mass. This is by mass. Calculate the empirical formula. Please do it, guys. Please let me know if you need any help. You can do approximations, okay? Please remember, you can do approximations. So we have, so in atoms we have, yeah, I think that is correct, Fahad, very good. Atoms we have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. थोड़ा सा space अच्छे से लिख देते हैं, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Now percentage mass, we have here 54.2. We have here 9.2 percentage, have here 36.6 percentage. Now in grams, we will have 54.2 grams, 9.2 grams, 36.6 grams. Then the moles we have to write, right? Moles 54.2 divided by carbon is 12. Then 9.2 divided by hydrogen is 1. And oxygen 36.6 divided by 16, right? So 12, how many is 4s are 48, right? 12 4s are 48, 4.48, and we have remaining how much? We have remaining here 62. So 4.5 and 4.51 something will be there. This will be 9.2 as it is. Now 16 2s are 32 and 16 2s are 32. And then how much is remaining? We have remaining 4.6, right? So we'll again 16, and we have remaining how much? 46, right? 46, right? So again 2s are, and 46 and 32 is 14. So somewhere around 8 will be there. 8 or 7. How much this is? Go ahead. 2.2, 8 or 7? 140. Oxygen?
9,
2 point?
2.2. I just left at 2.2.
2.2? Okay, fine. 2.2. So number of moles is done. And then what is next? Atoms, right? So we'll get what here? So we will divide this empirical ratio. So 4.5 divided by 2.2, 9.2 divided by 2.2, 2.2 divided by 2.2. So 4.5, you can see that this is equal to approximately equal to 2, and 2.2 into how many is 4 is 8, and then this will be approximately equal to 4. Okay, and this is equal to 1. So you can see क्या दिक्कत हो गई इसमें? No one did this. What happened? Iram, Fatima, Abdullah. Fatima, tell me what happened.
Sir,
Yes,
I
Fatima.
was doing. I wrote the atomic mass wrong. Atomic number.
Sorry. You wrote the atomic number instead of, okay, molar mass. Fine. Iram, what
No, sir,
happened
I
with you?
divided it by the wrong number.
So you divided it by atomic number rather than the molar mass, right?
No, sir, the 54.2 divided by 12. I forgot
Divide
that.
by?
Yeah, divide by 12. I forgot the atomic number of carbon.
Atomic number. Why? What is the relation of atomic number here, Fatima? Fatima, you
Oh, sir,
divided
I
this by
forgot.
12. What did you forget? Please keep your mic on. Don't shut it off. Please keep your mic on and tell me first of all. What happened?
Sir, nothing.
What? Nothing, Fatima. Please tell me.
Sir, I thought it's like with atomic number.
I could not understand what you said before atomic number.
Sir, I thought you should divide it by atomic number.
So you divided this by 6,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I'm asking. No? You divide this by 6. Okay. You have to get the most, you have to divide it by mass, molar mass. Please write this down. Iram, what happened? Can't hear you, Iram. Just tell me what happened, Iram.
सर मुझे आ गया था.
आ गया था तो फिर आपने बताया क्यों नहीं? चलिए. Wrote this, yes or no? Fatima, did you write this? Abdullah, what happened? Why did you not give the answer?
Sir, I got the answer.
तो फिर यहाँ पे जब हम पूछ रहे हैं आप लोगों से कि आप लोग आंसर भेजिए, तो आप लोग कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हैं कि आंसर आ गया नहीं आया है. जब आंसर लिखा दिया तो now everyone is saying that I have done. Let us see. Right, next question.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, possible नहीं होगा ना, C2H4 होगा.
Empirical formula है ना?
अच्छा.
है ना? Empirical formula. अभी molecular formula अभी नहीं करा रहे. Calculate the empirical formula. For a compound with following composition. By mass. We have sodium 36.5 percentage. Next we have hydrogen 0.8 percentage. Then we have phosphorus 24.6 percentage. Then we have oxygen again, oxygen 38.1 percentage. I think you must not be knowing the molar mass for phosphorus. It is 31, okay, grams per mole. I don't think so far. नहीं सही नहीं है फायद. सोडियम का आपको कुछ ज्यादा ही नहीं आ जा रहा, देखिए.
सो
या टेल मी.
सो मैं बताऊं क्या मुझे
आप
2:1
फोटो.
1:3.
अरे भाई फोटो भेज दीजिए आप. आई थिंक दैट इज. अच्छा ठीक है आप एक बार फोटो भेज दीजिए, हम एक बार देख लेते हैं. ओके
सो मेरे पास भी फोन नहीं है.
आप टाइप कर सकते हैं जूम के चैट में.
या
सोडियम, हाइड्रोजन, phosphorus and oxygen. Abdullah done? Yes, Abdullah.
No, sir, almost done.
Okay. Correct. Very good, Iram. Very good. Iram, you feel more comfortable even though it is a complex topic. You feel more comfortable here, Iram? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes, Iram.
yes.
You know why? What is the reason why? Why do you feel more comfortable? Because you were the one who told me that we need to calculate the moles. You got the link for mass to atoms. Okay, that is why answering in class, it matters a lot. Okay, so when I will be giving you hints. My idea of teaching is, this is the topic, I will be revolving around like this, and I want you to go here. You need to see what is the path to here. All students may have some different paths, and that may be unique to each of every one of them, but I will be circling around this. I will be telling you some things around this. Okay, now you're seeing the application of whatever we have learned till now, and further the next chapters also, it will be going to be like that only. So try to answer. Sodium. Okay, then we have फहद, can you try again? कुछ आपका गलत हो गया कहीं पे, कैलकुलेशन में कुछ गलत होगा. Mass percentage we have 36.5. Okay, and then we have, हाँ ठीक है. Okay, Fatima, correct. I think you have you want to write there 3, right, Fatima? You have written hash.
Yeah, sir.
3, okay. So 36.5, and here we have 0.8. Here we have 24.6, and oxygen we have 38.1. Okay, Abdullah, can you send me whatever you have done till now? Can you send me a photo, whatever we have done till now?
Sir, I sent you the answer. in
You
chat.
sent me the answer.
Yes, sir.
No, आपने किसको भेजा? लर्निवियो को भेज दिया होगा.
उसे आंसर नहीं करनी.
हाँ ठीक है, भेजिए. Mass percentage and then in grams. 36.5 0. देखिए in grams तो मतलब थोड़ा सा फील देने के लिए था. I think you can directly write here in grams. Or I hope you guys are writing there. Okay, so in grams here and then we will write the moles. कितना आया बताइए. Kiram, tell me. For sodium, how many? What is the number of moles?
1.58.
1.58. Okay, हम देख नहीं रहे, टेस्ट नहीं कर रहे. This will be 0.8 and 24.6. Phosphorus का कितना आया? Fatima, tell me, Fatima. For phosphorus, it is how much?
31.
No, the number of moles.
0.79 or 0.8.
0.8, correct. And for oxygen, Fatima, yes, Mohammed, correct. Abdullah, correct. Fahad, what happened? Fahad, did you get your mistake?
Yes, sir. मैंने phosphorus को 30 से divide कर दिया.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sir,
31
sir,
Mm-hmm. Fatima, tell me.
For the final value, can we take it as approximate?
For the final value here
Yeah,
in the
like
mole,
for the ratio.
for the ratio, we are calculating the moles here right now.
Yeah, sir, the step after.
Yeah. Here you can take approximations, no problem. But don't do wild approximation. That means, for example, you have 0.46. You cannot write this as 0.5. Okay, don't do this type of approximation. You can go 0. Let us say if you have 48, then you can write 0.5. If you have 0.49, then you can write 0.5. Okay, so this type of approximation you can do, but don't do any wild approximations. Fine, 0.8 and oxygen is how much? Iram, jaldi bataiye. How much moles for oxygen?
2.3. 2.3. 3.
3. Okay, fine. And then we'll have the empirical ratio. So 1.58 divided by 0.8. This will be 1 and 1. And 3, it must be 2.4, I think, right? 2.3, how much? 2.3. उसके आगे नहीं किया. चलिए ठीक है. Approximately, if we will divide 2.3 by 0.8, it will be equal to 4. And 1.58 is approximately 1.6. So I can write this as 2. So I will get, we can't do any, all of these are whole numbers. So I will write this as Na2 H1 PO3. This is sodium. Hydrogen phosphide. Okay. Now, in this question only, we have one more question. So they're asking, B part, if the,
So,
tell me.
so वो Na2 होगा, right?
2 over, sorry. If the molar mass of the compound is 88 U, that means 88 atomic mass unit, then determine the molecular formula. Okay, so we have seen that molecular formula is equal to n times into the empirical formula, right? So see, what do we have here? Molecular formula and empirical formula. Now, similarly, the molecular formula mass, whatever the molar mass is, will be also equal to n times the empirical formula mass. So you'll calculate the n from the molecular formula mass. This will be always given to you. Divide by the empirical formula mass. Okay. So can you calculate the mass of this Na2H PO3? How much it is? Please send the answer in chat. What is the mass of Na2HPO3? $126? इतना नहीं होना चाहिए. Oh, sorry. This is not 88 U. Actually, this is 126 AMU only. My bad. This is 126. Okay. So yeah, correct, Aram. This will be 126. So we have empirical. This was empirical formula. It is equal to 126 AMU, and here the molecular formula mass, it is given as 126 divided by empirical formula mass 126 U. So this is equal to 1, and therefore we can write molecular formula is equal to n into empirical formula, which is equal to 1 into empirical formula will be equal to empirical formula. Okay. So in this case, molecular formula and empirical formula both are same. Write this down. We will do one more question, then you will understand it better. In that case, I will be giving you the empirical formula and I will be giving you the molar mass of the compound. Okay. And you have to calculate the molecular formula. So we have done this actually. We have calculated that for a compound, empirical formula is equal to C2H4O. Okay. And the molar mass of the compound is given as, अच्छा इसका था 88 U. Calculate the molecular formula. Okay. First you will calculate the empirical formula mass. So this is the empirical formula. Calculate the empirical formula mass. C2H4O. Send the answer in chat. What is the empirical formula mass? Fatima, I hope that is for the previous one now, 102 what you have written. I hope you have corrected it to 126 also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. अरे व्हाट हैपेंड गाइस, इतना टाइम क्यों लग रहा है आप लोग को एम्पिरिकल फार्मूला मास कैलकुलेट करने में? यू हैव 2 कार्बन्स, 4 हाइड्रोजन एंड 1 ऑक्सीजन। गॉड। हाँ, अरे ठीक से कैलकुलेट कीजिए। व्हाट हैपेंड गाइस, टेल मी। फातिमा, व्हाट इज द मोलर मास ऑफ कार्बन?
Sir, 16, 12.
I will beat you. How much? Tell me. 16 or 12?
12,
Plus for hydrogen it is
4. and 12.
how much?
4 multiplied by 1,
4 multiplied by 1. Okay. And for oxygen it is 1 into
16.
16. 12 twos are 12 twos are
24.
24 plus
4.
4 plus
16.
16. 16 plus 4 is equal to
20.
20. 24 plus 20 is equal to
44.
44. Now see this formula and tell me what is the n? What is the n, guys?
Two.
Iram,
सॉरी
इरम,
सर।
ज्यादा तेज हो गए आप आज। हाँ, इतना तेज नहीं चलेगा। Okay, n will be equal to 88 divided by 44, which is equal to how much? 2. So now you tell me molecular formula will be equal to 2 into empirical formula. Okay, so we'll write this as 2 into C2H4O, correct? So 2 into C2, C4, 2 into H4, H8, 2 into oxygen, O2, C4H8O2. Okay, so the chapter is done. There is one question. Okay, there is one question that I will do in the next class. Okay, because NCERT में एक सवाल है जो बिना हेल्प के नहीं बनेगा. Okay, that's a very long question. 2 pages लग जाएंगे उस सवाल में. So we'll do that one question in the next class, and then we'll start periodic properties, chapter 3. This is a very important chapter. Okay, now for this, what you are going to do, you are going to revise. Electronic configuration. Okay, you are going to revise electronic configuration. Done, everyone? Yes or no, please tell me. Is everyone done?
Yes.